Hello guys, have you ever come across questions like this? And questions will be identify the one that is direct proportion and the one that is inverse proportion. So let's go. How do we do this? The first thing you have to consider is when one aspect is increasing and the other one is also increasing at the same time, then we say it is direct proportion. But when one is increasing and the other one is decreasing, we say it is inverse or indirect proportion. So let's do the first one to know if it's direct proportion or indirect proportion. It says it takes 5 days for 4 men to dig a pit. How long will 10 men do the same if they all work at the same rate? So let's do this. Solution. So it's taking 5 days for 4 men to do the work. So if it's taking 4 men 5 days to do a particular work, how long do you think it will take one man? Will just one man do it for a longer time or less number of time? Definitely it will be for a longer time. So if it's definitely for a longer time, that will be what we have to multiply this 5 by 4, and that is 5 times 4. That will give you 20 days. So it's taking 20 days for one man to do the work. And the other one says, how long will it take 10 men to do the same work? So for 10 men to do the same work, we only just divide 20 by 10, and that's what? 20 divided by 10, and that gives you 2 days. So it's taking 2 days for 10 men to do the work. Let's check if this is an example of direct proportion or inverse proportion. So 5 is taking 4 men 5 days to do the work. 10 men is taking them 2 days to do that same work. As the number of men increases, the number of days is decreasing. So when it's leading to a decrease, we call that an indirect or inverse proportion. The next question says, if a pair of shoes costs 10 naira, how much does 3 pairs cost? Ask yourself this question. So if one pair of shoes costs 10 naira, 3 pairs of shoes, would that cost more or cost less? Definitely that will cost more because you are buying more shoes. One pair of shoes is equal to $10. 3 pairs will then be what? Unknown. So let the unknown be X dollar. So what do we do in this case? We cross multiply. This multiplies this and this also multiplies this. That will be X times 1 is equal to 3 times 10. So X then gives you $30. So in this case, what type of proportion? Let's check if it's direct proportional or indirect proportional. One pair of shoes gives you $10. 3 pairs of shoes will then give you, that's $30. So that means as this one increases, the number of shoes increases, the amount you also buy it also increases. So this is an example of direct proportion.